science research and practices on September 16th. I'm looking forward to meeting you there and maybe even signing my latest book, Eat for Life, for you. Take care.
My dear ladies and gentlemen, the American Academy for Yoga in Medicine and Crack the Wellness Code, two nonprofits that's working to make the life of each and every one of us better every day. Join with me and Dr. Viz and a bunch of other people, some of the best known physicians in the world with experience in treating and researching on wellness and yoga to tell you the secrets of yoga. Hope you'll join me and make yourself, your family, your friends, and your life more powerful than what it is now and what you want to achieve. Take care, guys. Hope to see you soon.
Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing this morning? The fact that you're here early morning tells something. So welcome to all. Welcome to the Crack the Wellness Code. It's our 5-year celebration. As you were seeing some of the videos back there, some of you who are first-timers probably might be wondering what's happening here. We are going to unpack that for you in the next 4 hours. So this event marks our 5 years of wellness movement across the San Francisco Bay Area, with almost 50% of that period has been hit by pandemic. Defying all that, we are here to tell you that our community-driven movement and wellness ecosystem growth has actually accelerated. We have a global outreach with over 18 nations and India initiatives. Our hybrid model with digital platforms, mobile app, courses, and master classes had lots of promises to the future. CWC Health Hero initiatives, support groups, and on-site events like these will further enhance community engagement. We aim to have quarterly events with celebrity doctors and practitioners. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jayashree Yadwadkar. I'm a long-standing CWC Wellness Movement champion, and I also lead women's track while advising on some core activities as well. Quick question here. With show of hands, can you all tell me who are the first-timers today? Wow. A big round of applause to all of you. That is amazing. I mean, I thought maybe I'll have more show of hands for the continuing ones, but I see a lot of new hands. Thank you so much for joining. This tells that you're here to take your health in your hands. So then maybe also show of hands who are the continuing members or who have been part of CWC before. Awesome. A round of applause to all of you to deciding to continue the journey as well. This is awesome. So now, what are we doing here? I have a packed agenda, and we have celebrity speakers, keynote speakers, we have fireside chat. It's a very tight agenda, and I have been given like literally minute by minute timing for each of the speakers. And I'm not joking. I have a whistle here. So there's some whistleblower who's going to blow this whistle if somebody runs over time or even me. So I'm going to be very, very mindful of everybody's time because we are here to give you something that you have come here for. So now you may wonder, how did I join CWC? Well, I joined accidentally 5 years ago. I joined for a similar large event we had 5 years ago, and I got stuck with it. The reason? Well, I loved the mission that CWC has. The mission actually says EI, EI. Very easy to remember, EI, EI. E stands for educate. We are educating all of you through these workshops, conferences, events, podcasts, and some immersive retreats. I stands for inspire. We have health heroes. There are health heroes sitting amongst you. There are doctors who are going to inspire you. And then we also have some show and tell approach. So our job is to inspire you to take your health journey in your hands. The second E is to empower. We have support groups, we have meetups, and don't forget the Kushi app. It's a wonderful app where you get curated content. So make sure you download that app. There are some QR codes also outside. Make sure you just scan it through your camera, download the Kushi app, and begin your journey. It's a free membership. And then the last I is for impact. We want to influence you. We want to motivate you to join this wellness movement. And also those who have been part of this, we want you to continue that journey. So as you probably may have seen on some of the slides behind me, CWC focuses on evidence-based preventive care and wellness best practices, taking the success stories of West and the East. So we always say health is in our hands, but most of us, we are so busy in our lifestyles, we kind of ignore. There are preventive methods to kind of also make sure that you don't get into some of the illnesses or sicknesses, and that's the whole mantra of CWC. And all of this has become possible with the support of all of you and the participants that are with CWC. Many of you who have continued to stay with us as CWC champions, as volunteers, track leaders, donors, patrons, who are doctors, entrepreneurs, and health heroes. Our partners constitute leading academic and research institutions, Doctors Network, and several organizations promoting mind-body wellness in the USA, India, and worldwide. The slides in the background have displayed some of these, but the list is long, and we'll talk about that in the course of this event. I would also like to acknowledge the contribution of all CWC patrons, and some of them are also board members. In the course of this event, we would love to recognize them and ask them to raise their hand or stand up so that we can express our gratitude. Also, a big thank you to this beautiful space and the partnership with Heartfulness Center. I mean, you can feel the kind of serene and peace and tranquility the minute you walk into this center. So now, without much delay, I'm going to invite Dr. Pankaj Vij, who is a CWC founder, to talk about diabetes course and the masterclass that can be accessed from the newly launched CWC Digital Marketplace through CWC's Kushi app, along with other vetted products and services that are being added to this marketplace. Make sure again you download the app, sign up, it is free as members. The big CWC standee at the entrance has the QR codes for the app, so please make sure you scan it and also help us make a donation. So Dr. Vij, please come on stage. A little bit about Dr. Vij. He's a CWC founder, as I said. He's a lifestyle medicine pioneer. He works at Kaiser Permanente, is a board certified in internal medicine, and is a diplomat of the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine. Dr. Vij, driven by his passion for preventing and reversing metabolic diseases through root cause treatment. He also integrates lifestyle medicine into his practice and medicine. Please give a round of applause to Dr. Pankaj Vij.
Thank you, Jayshree. Is this on?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to our 5-year birthday party, folks. Please get up for a minute and stretch. Everybody, let's stand up and stretch. And you can have a seat. You know what the two most important days? You can have a seat, please. What are the two most important days in a person's life? Somebody said birth and death today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. That's good. Well, Mark Twain said the two most important days in your life are the day that you were born.
Can I take the microphone while you can use this for a brief moment of time?
Also, do we need some air in the room? Can we get some? The two most important days in one's life are the day that you're born and the day that you find out why. The day that you find your purpose. And I feel like when I discovered my passion for promoting a message of health, I had found my passion and purpose that day. I found out why. That was the second most important day of my life, and that was the genesis of this movement. So that's why I'm so excited to see you all today. So as Jayshree introduced, the idea was that we educate people, we inspire them, we empower them to make an impact for personal health, for community health, and eventually for global health. And we're so delighted that you're here and joining us in that mission. My second step was to find health heroes, and actually found, the first one that I found was Mr. Naren Bakshi here. Please stand up. So I had started a little pilot program where I work at Kaiser Permanente, and I was looking for health heroes, people. A hero is someone that takes a dangerous problem and heroically conquers it by getting the right information, right? There's desire, there's drama, and then there's an outcome, a good outcome. That was what a health hero does. And then we built a whole grassroots community based on those health heroes, really leading us and going out into the community. And my ask for you today is that at the end of the day, you join us. Join this movement, become a health hero. You're here for a reason, whatever that reason is. Take charge of your health and make your health your number one priority, because your life depends on it. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have good health. Number two, tell 5 friends about something that you learned today. Write it down. Those are called wisdom moments. If you have a wisdom moment, write it down and go tell 5 friends about it. And third, join us. Download the app if you haven't done so. As you heard, we have master classes on there. We recently finished a master class on diabetes. We're doing one on yoga that's coming up. And contribute in whatever way you can with your time, with your talent, with your treasure. Please join us and welcome to the birthday celebration. Thank you.
I hope you're feeling all excited. You could see the energy that Dr. Pankaj brought to the stage. Yes? Yes? Cool, awesome. I need that. I mean, I need to see the energy, because this is for you, and I want to make sure that you're engaged and you're getting all the nuggets that we have brought for you. So in the beginning, I talked about support groups. I said I was part of, or I'm leading a women's support group. So I'm going to invite another track lead that we have. It's a youth track lead, and his name is Kevin. Kevin, please join us on the stage. Kevin is going to talk about the youth track and what he does, and how, if there's anybody out there who are youth, how you should join him.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin. Thank you so much, Jayshree, for the introduction. So I've been a part of CWC for around 3 years now. I joined at the height of the pandemic and the beginning of the pandemic. And I think all of us can relate that at that time, we either knew someone or we all felt as though we were becoming wellness and healthcare practitioners ourselves, with the amount of information that was out there and just the amount of interest that was surrounding the idea of wellness and one's well-being. And during that time, I was leading the youth track with a couple of other people, and we were able to create dozens of webinars where we brought in people from our CWC ecosystem, different wellness experts and healthcare practitioners, to share their knowledge and information with a youth audience. We mentioned previously that there are 3 main tracks to CWC, and as being part of the youth track, I was able to work with a lot of other really great wellness-charged youth members. Karan is backstage right now helping us, and you might have met Mehek, another one of our youth leaders, out at the front. And my message is just really that youth can really take charge of their wellness. It's never too early to start that journey. And the earlier you start it, the better you have for the rest of your life to really understand and get a grasp of your own well-being. Currently, I'm a master's student studying nutritional science, and being a part of CWC, I was able to interact with a lot of people within the field of nutrition, and it's really broadened my scope, and it's really brought an importance to getting information out there and being really keen about disseminating information that we learn either through research or through practice. So I think that is what CWC does, and especially for youth participants. So if you know people who are interested, young people who want to take charge of their wellness, please have them join our ecosystem, have them attend these events. I don't see a lot of my youth peers out there in the audience today, but next time that there are CWC events like this, bring them, because the earlier you start on your wellness journey, the better it is going to be for the rest of your life. So as we talked earlier, CWC has 7 tracks and 5 enablers. The 7 tracks are made up of 4 health tracks. So that's heart health, diabetes and metabolic health, and cancer and behavioral health. And then there are 3 community tracks for elders, youth, and women. And as one of the leaders for the youth track, I can't emphasize it enough. It's really important. So please, if you know anyone who's interested, please have them reach out. These tracks get energized by our enablers like Health Heroes, support groups, tech tools, and the app Cushy. You can join the support group for the track that you're interested in through the CWC Cushy app and get going and really engage and take charge of your wellness today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. I hope you understood what those tracks are. There's a health track and the community track. So women's track as well as the youth track falls under the community track. You can join these tracks or these groups via Cushy app also. So make sure you download it. You can go through it, look for the support groups. Any group that you're interested in, send us a message and you can be part of it. If any of you would like to also lead some of these tracks, please join us. We would love to get your support, and we would like you to influence and motivate others to take their health journey in their hands. All right, so I'm looking at time and I'm very excited. We are very much on time. So let's begin our first keynote speaker, or the keynote segment, I would say. I'm going to invite Dr. Vij again back on the stage, who's going to introduce to our first keynote speaker, Dr. Joel Fuhrman. Joel Fuhrman comes all the way from San Diego to be with us, and he is going to share the golden nuggets of his wisdom and proven practices on nutritional medicine. So Dr. Vij, please come on stage.
How about another round of applause? Joel, you want to start making your way over here? It is my absolute delight to introduce someone who has been the greatest influence on my thinking in health and wellness over the last decade. He's my hero and my friend, Dr. Joel Fuhrman, right here, careful. He's published 14 books, and I want to know why only 7 of them are on the New York Times bestseller list. That's 50% of his books are on the New York Times bestseller list. If you haven't read his books, some of my favorites are Eat to Live and the cookbook that goes with it, the Eat to Live cookbook. Eat for Life is fantastic. The End of Diabetes, The End of Heart Disease. These are all his books that are New York Times bestsellers. He has been a professional athlete. He was a world champion in figure skating. Just an amazing, amazing human being, kind, generous. He will absolutely inspire you, educate you, empower you, and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. So without further ado, Dr. Joel Fuhrman.